All right, party people, welcome back to another video. You might notice that I sound a little bit different today to the last couple videos, and that's because I am doing a little bit more of an unscripted video and recording myself via OBS. So that's going to be a different sound quality than Adobe Premiere. So please don't, you know, be too surprised about that. I've been feeling a bit under the weather the last week, so there weren't any uploads, and I'm still, as you can maybe tell from my voice, a bit on the weird side of things health-wise, but that's also one of the reasons why I decided to just do this kind of like walkthrough video and show off the Karazhan Crypts and talk a bit about the recent developments in the WoW Classic sphere. I am, of course, working on more scripted content. I'm working on a Karazhan alpha video. I'm working on another video that has to do with Karazhan. And obviously, I am working very, very hard to implement some of the suggestions that you guys have made. I am working on a video regarding Alcaz Island, as one of you guys asked for. It's just that I'm trying to get the right patch version for WoW to actually run properly, and that's been a bit of a hassle lately. So, I am trying to move forward with that, but it might take a bit longer. So we'll probably get another alpha exploration video before we get anything else. Also, regarding the poll, I do believe that most people would prefer for me to stream on Twitch. So I will be doing that moving forward. Keep an eye out for probably a community post where I'm linking the stream itself. And also keep an eye out for a link in, the coming video descriptions also. I'll probably keep adding the link there and hope to see you guys live. Also because I really love interacting with people, playing video games together, and just having a great time. I think streams are perfect for that. And yeah, I do actually enjoy playing video games. I don't just enjoy running through empty old versions of them, even though that's, brings me a lot of joy. Anyways, let me just describe what we're seeing here, right? So Karazhan Crypts is part of the Karazhan map thingy, and it's actually unused content. And the reason why I want to show that off specifically today is because Season of Discovery has been announced. Now, what is Season of Discovery? If you haven't followed BlizzCon, I'm sure most of you have, but let me just give you a quick recap, right? Season of Discovery is going to be a seasonal classic expansion thingy, sort of like Season of Mastery, and it will be releasing incrementally. The first one is being released on the 30th of November. It will have a level cap of 25, and it will have changes that we have never seen before in the history of WoW Classic. So there will be a 10-man Black Fathom Depths raid, which is awesome in my opinion. I'm really looking forward to that. And there is also going to be some changes to classes in the sense that there will be secrets hidden throughout the world. And mind you, there won't be a PTR, so the things that will be hidden at least for the first couple days, or until everybody has found them and someone has made an add-on for it, which inevitably will happen. But maybe people will play fair. I don't know. Maybe people, I don't know. Anyways, but the thing about this is that they're trying to recreate the sense of discovery and the sense of mystery and the sense of wonder that came with first laying eyes on the World of Warcraft in 2005, before you had before you had, YouTube videos describing every single step to be taken during a quest, before you had best in slot lists, etc., etc. Like, this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to get back to the sense of, wow, what happens if I, follow this path? What happens if I take this bend in the road? Where will I go? Where will that lead to? Will I be rewarded? Will I be punished? Like all these things, right? So I really, really, really like that idea. I think it's a great idea. I'm not sure if it's very doable in, the roaring 20s of the 21st century. I think people are, quite impatient, and a lot of them will probably look stuff up to get an edge of their fellow players, which is fair enough. Like, everybody should play the way that they want to play. But anyways, what are those discoveries exactly? Well, they are, for example, enhancements that you can put on, I think, a glove slot. That's what I saw for sure. Maybe other item slots as well. And these enhancements will provide your class with new abilities or enhance already existing abilities. So, for example, in the case of the Paladin, this would mean that the Paladin actually gets a taunt with the right discovery. Now, where is this discovery to be found? Who knows? You will probably have to communicate with your fellow players to sort of work out where the stuff is that you really need. Other than that, there are some other changes, obviously, to most of their classes. And I think the general design philosophy is not to bring classes down, but it's just to make everybody feel a bit more overpowered, which is interesting. But at the same time, it sounds a bit like a retailization of Classic, which I would be careful with, to say the least. But if the content itself will also be harder and there are going to be more mechanics introduced, which I do hope that there will be, but I still hope that they will be somehow in the vein of Classic and not in the vein of retail, then this could work perfectly, right? So I think that's a great idea anyways, and I'm really looking forward to that. For example, they also said that mages will be able to heal, which is something that is maybe a bit more out there. Not sure if that was really, really necessary, because I think this was not part of the original design philosophy of the mage class. Whereas, for example, shamans being able to tank, which they will also be able to do, was more part of the original design of the class. Same with paladins tanking, and even to a degree rogues, right? You have ghostly strike, you have a lot of evasion capabilities, and rogues were also supposed to have bucklers in the alpha. So with that being said, I mean, I kind of see how, rogue tanks, which is also going to be a thing apparently, makes sense with the original design philosophy. With the mage thingy, I'm not sure, but, hey ho, whatever. Why not? Let's see how it works out, and let's see if it's going to be good or not. But in general, I'm really happy about those changes. I'm so excited, as a matter of fact. It's been so long that I've been following the Classic sphere since 2012. I mean, you heard it in the Classic Plus video. And to finally actually get changes obviously means that there are a lot of expectations to be managed. Like, we shouldn't get too upset if something goes wrong, but it's a step in the right direction. And I for one welcome our new Microsoft overlords and what they have planned for Classic and Blizzard in general. So that's something that I'm really, really looking forward to. And the reason why, obviously, we're in Karazhan Crypts is because they said that they will add new content. They said that once they move up the levels, maybe up to 60, they are looking at adding new content, unused content, that was left over from Classic, such as, for example, the Karazhan Crypts, maybe Karazhan as a whole. Who knows, right? But I think the Karazhan Crypts are one of the most obvious and the most prime examples of what we're probably going to be seeing once they start working on adding actual new content, right? Another one of those examples would probably be the Emerald Dream quest line that starts in the Sunken Temple by looting the Chained Essence of Aranicas, then using the Brazier in the boss room, and then bringing the Chained Essence of Aranicas, without having a quest for it, by the way, to Itharius in a cave in the Swamp of Sorrows. If you present him with the essence, he will then give you a quest, which basically asks you to start aiding Izera and the Green Dragonflight, and he sends you to Umbrenzi, the Spirit Seeker in Winterspring, in a hut somewhere in the snowy plains of Winterspring. And the quest concludes there with nothing else, no follow-up, nothing. So, yeah, this is something that, they could be adding in. This is something that we could expect to see, maybe some Emerald Dream shenanigans. Who knows, right? I think the portals that are guarded by the world bosses were once actually ways to get into the Emerald Dream. So there was a whole second plane of Azeroth actually planned, as a matter of fact, that was going to be taking place in the Emerald Dream. Obviously, there is also the old cell for the Outlands, which you can access by falling through the map in Dead Mines. Give that a Google if you haven't seen it yet. Maybe I'll also showcase it one day. I'm not sure yet. So who knows? Maybe we'll get Outlands in Classic. Like a small version of it, like a scaled down version, just like a couple of zones, maybe one zone even as like an end game zone. What else could we expect? Well, the Dragon Isles. If you've seen my recent video, the Dragon Isles are in Classic, so we could expect to see that as well. I'm not sure if it's very likely right now, as we have Dragonflight in retail currently, and yeah, maybe that would be a bit too soon or something. But in general, there's a lot of stuff that we can expect. I mean, we have the whole South Sea Islands, we have Kultiras, we have Gilneas, we have Timbermaw Hold, we have, what else do we have? Jesus Christ. Well, the loss, if I haven't mentioned that already, we have Grim Batol in the wetlands, right? The red dragonfly thingy. We have potentially the Shadow Highlands. I mean, there is a zone to the east of wetlands that is kind of unused. What else do we have? Let me just think. I mean, there is more stuff, obviously. It doesn't come to me off the top of my head, but there is a lot of stuff that we can probably expect, and I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope you are too. If uh, if you think that the changes are adequate, or if they're maybe too much, maybe you just wanted new content, maybe you didn't want class changes, maybe you didn't want paladins to be able to tank, maybe you certainly didn't want mages to be able to heal, or maybe you think, oh, that is great. I don't know. That's why you should tell me in the comments down below. I really, really, as you can probably tell, I read every single comment. I think I respond to every single comment. If I don't, then I'm very, very sorry. It's just flying under the radar. I missed it, but I do try to go out of my way to answer every single comment, and I would love to hear from you. And I would also love for you to have a great day and, to keep tuning in the future. And yeah, thank you so much for your support. We're almost at 1,500 subscribers. It's absolutely mind blowing. And I hope that we will continue to grow. So this was a look at the Karazhan Crypts. There's obviously a lot more to show off in Classic WoW and in the alpha in general, and we will be continuing to do that. So thank you for watching and have a great day. Goodbye.